Everything's good. Okay. Here we go. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. Today we are doing another Character 101 video. Episode 8 is all about everyone's favorite intergalactic bounty hunter, the last Czarnian, the main man himself, Lobo. This is a character that I've been wanting to do for quite some time, considering A, he's about to make his big screen debut in the upcoming Supergirl movie that's coming out late June. And also he's being portrayed by Jason Momoa, who at one point portrayed Aquaman in the movies and is now given the chance to play the character that he always wanted to portray in Lobo. So without further ado, let's get this started. Lobo's real name is, quote-unquote, and I quote, unpronounceable, but his main alias is Lobo, and he made his very first appearance in the third issue of the original Omega Man comics back in June of 1983, and was created by Roger Slifer and Keith Giffen. And he has been around for over 4 decades. 4 decades, he's been around since 1983. And he's basically been around since 43 years. 43 years. So let's get this started. Lobo's origin. Lobo, whose name comes from a Khund dialect, Khund, Khund, and means one who devours your entrails and thoroughly enjoys it, is the last of his people for one reason. He killed them all. He's hailed from the planet Czarnia, which was virtual that knew nothing of war, and that the Czarnians were almost completely immortal. As soon as he was born, his evil was so frighteningly apparent, the news was delivered in Winnetsane and became the planet's first mental patient in 10 millennia after the infant chewed off 4 of her fingers. Lobo knew he was one of a kind, and he wanted even more. Inspired by the idea of genocide, Lobo created a swarm of lethal scorpion-like creatures, and he set them on his people, wiping out his entire species but himself. He claimed it was a science project and gave himself an A. Since then, he's traveled the galaxy, collecting bounties. Even though he has a ruthless nature, he has a strict code of honor when it comes to his agreements, and he has battled many superheroes, including Superman. He played an important role in the Citadel War in his capacity as a bounty hunter. He was hired by the Citadel's human agent Harry Holcomb to capture the Euphorian known as Callista in a bid to learn the secret behind her home's planetary shield. Along with his fellow bounty hunters Bedlam and Berserk, he raided the mothership belonging to the Omega Man, where he engaged in combat with Callista. Soon after, Harry Holcomb hired Lobo once again, this time to assassinate the Omega Man's interim leader, Tigor. Lobo never had the opportunity to complete the contract, however. After the Citadel War ended, Lobo was then hired by Callista's husband Primus to help him infiltrate a Citadel prison facility and free several Primus's captured allies. During the prison break, Lobo killed the supreme commander of the surviving Citadel living military forces. Hello, Nate. He made his first appearance on Earth when he was hired by Manga Khan to take out the newly formed Justice League International. But after Big Boy teleported Lobo across the galaxy, Lobo landed on Earth, smacking the Justice League embassy. After a brief altercation with Guy Gardner, Lobo hung around, pretending to be a friend, waiting for the right moment. But before he could act, Mangaka canceled his contract. He then took part of a group called Legion, led by Rox II. Let's see. So yeah, basically that's the most important information you need to know about Lobo. I mean, other than clashing with Superman, Captain Marvel, I will not and shall not call him Shazam. The Justice League, Martian Manhunter, and most recently Wonder Woman in the DCKO event. I'm trying to think. And he also fought Etrigan the Demon. His most famous and accomplished moments was that he killed two of the greatest holiday-themed characters of all time, Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. So, yes, Nate, it is a fucking Yankee shirt. You don't like it? Take a hike. Yeah, I know. I pretty much explained his backstory and origin, Tom Ace, but yeah, pretty much. Now let's get into his powers and abilities. He has a unique Czarnian physiology. It is said that only Czarnians can only be killed by other Czarnians, although this doesn't matter to Lobo because he cannot die by any means. Lobo can even survive unaided in the vacuum of space. Yes, he is meant. Yes. Yeah, pretty much. He ain't wrong. You ain't wrong, Thomas. Let me see here. As a matter of fact, Lobo did fight Wolverine in the non-canon DC versus Marvel series from '96. I will not spoil who won it, but I will say the fight was fan voted. And trying to think here. But yeah, he's been a very popular character since the '90s. Now, as for his physical strength, it has been often and consistently been portrayed as being not only comparable to that of Superman's, but being on par with that of Superman. Tom Hanks, I know what I'm doing, buddy. Superhuman stamina. In most interpretations, he cannot be tired. Immortal, and he cannot die no matter what happens. He is immune to the effects of aging and disease, and has been banned from entering either heaven nor hell. Invulnerability. He has gone toe-to-toe with Superman, taken off shrug blows from him without taking too much damage, has taken planet-destroying attacks, and has shown some resistance against magic spells and attacks. Regeneration. He can regenerate almost any form of attack instantaneously with of little apparent pain. There was a moment in the comic books, and I kid you not, where Batman blew his head off because he was being mind controlled, and within mere seconds, Lobo regrew his head. He can even regenerate out of a pool of his own blood, apparently recycling the cells instantly. Although the speed of his regeneration has varied throughout his appearances. Biofission. He can create a new Lobo. This ability was thought to be removed, but it was later have been restored by Vroldrox. He has thermal immunity, meaning he can ride the cold space in the blazing of sea. I can't even talk straight. According to Lobo's own words, He can ride the cold of space and the heat of blazing suns. Once he withstood a flaming attack which killed dozens of thunderers of quartered around him. Self-sustenance. Hey, Peg and Artie. Giant schlong. There, I said it. Self-sustenance. He does not need food, water, air, nor sleep. He can survive in the vacuum of space without being harmed. He has possession, meaning he is banned from the afterlife. If Lobo's spirit dies, his spirit does wander the earth. With this, he can possess other beings and even possess his own body, no matter what state it's in. He has superhuman reflexes. He can increase his temporal flow. He has the ability to sharpen his own awareness. He can avoid or attack with threats, move faster than humanly possible. He can react against enemies and weapons moving at incredible speeds. He has enhanced senses. He has additionally has special senses that allow him to detect the weakest point in any opponent. Enhanced sense of smell. It has been stated that once Lobo catches your scent, there is no place in the universe where you can hide from him. He's been able to track and find any number of marks after catching their essence just once. Lobo was once able to hear even the vacuum of deep space, similar to Superman. I'll explain that, Nate, but I'm glad you asked this question. He's an expert combatant. He's able to hold his own against Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Etrigan the Demon. Despite his violent and brutish nature, he possesses a genius-level intellect when it matters when it comes to destruction and violence. He can create complex virtual agents and the necessary antidotes to them, such as one he let loose on Czarnia, resulting in the death of the entire population in the span of 1 week. Multilingualism. By his own account, he could speak 17,897 different languages across the galaxy. He understands and communicates in Morse code. His mechanical aptitude, he modified his own sports space hog and turned to a warp speeder filled to the exhaust with advanced weaponry. Lobo was even able to scavenge parts from a destroyed time hopper and attached them to it, producing a functional time machine. Yes, Eli Betts, he does look like a lunatic. Indomitable will. According to Lobo's own words, no one has more willpower than himself. He once used his own will in conjunction with his fabulous strength to break a force field created by Gnort. Intimidation. Given his violent nature, tendency, tremendous power, and long expertise as a bounty hunter, Lobo's fame by himself has forged him a terrific reputation amongst heroes and villains alike. Seduction. He can seduce women. Tracking. He can have tracked any number of prey, even across intergalactic distances. Marksmanship. When someone yelled that Lobo was shooting and going crazy, Jonas glimpsed that every shot is carefully placed within Lobo. Lobo then proves this by shooting down a weight to crush the man that insulted him. This feat is even more impressive when you add the fact that Lobo was using a full auto firearm when he did this. Now, someone asked, why did I change the name? Well, I'm glad you, hold the fuck. This is a name I wanted my channel to originally be. I wanted the name of the channel to be MDC Fan 101. MDC stands for Marvel and DC Fan 101. I just named it for that. Why did I change my channel name? Because I wanted to try something different. I know a lot of people may be upset about this, but after all, this is my channel. After all, Nick Shine was once called the proud New York Jets fan, but then he changed it to the Nick Shine Show. So, the @ is an A, so and your channel name. Actually, I do. It's called the. It's a vowel. Are you nuts? Maybe. Maybe I am nuts. Anyway, you know what? For an S&M restaurant, I thought, no, I didn't get hacked. For an S&M restaurant, you wish, Sri Lanka. It may be strange to you, but it's not to me. So that is it for Lobo. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I know it's not as long as my other character 101 videos, but I just wanted to make it. I wanted to make it. Look, I know you guys still want me to do a dude, comment link. Listen, everybody. I'll tell you what. I will do a Hangout live stream around 9 o'clock. All right, calm the hell down. Peace out for now.